Welcome back to Healthy Planet, Healthy Me. I'm Sherry Beall. We're joined here with Pepper Lewis. She's internationally known lecturer, author, and channeler of Gaia. We're going to give Pepper a few minutes here and to get into channeling Gaia. Now, just to mention, we've just ended one of the longest political campaigns in U.S. history, with Barack Obama being our president-elect. Many were inspired by his spirit and leadership qualities and attracted to his message of change. Our society, the way we've known it, is not serving us and seems to be crumbling before our very eyes, while simultaneously the planet is going through a huge transformation. Global climate change is at our doorstep, and it seems that we need to prepare for a whole new existence. We're going to take a moment, and then we'll have a question for Gaia.
Indeed, I greet you. I am at your disposal. The presence is clear, and all that will unfold will be part of what you bring forth and what is co-created, even by those that would hear these words now and call them forth.
Thank you, Gaia. How can we seize this chaotic opportunity to create a new existence of peace and harmony?
From chaos comes that which is balance. Always there is the stretch between the chaotic and what is born out of chaos. The universe itself was born out of a chaotic moment. So all that you would consider new, all that you would consider change, comes from the birth of chaos into the now. The importance then is to recognize the now, the present, and the presence within the present moment. If one looks to the past and hopes for a bit of improvement, that is not the now, it is not the present. If one looks to the future and say better than the last or the past, that also is not true change, for it does not include presence. Therefore, true change or the birth comes in the moment itself. It is by each being presenting themselves into the moment and saying, I choose, I am now part of the change. It is the only way that you will see the true nature of the new or change, is for each individual to consider themselves a part of a collective that also acknowledges now, new, and the I am within that.
Gaia, we hear a lot about global climate change and see and feel a difference. We feel the changes on the planet. There are many people who feel that global climate change is caused mostly, some even believe solely, by human beings. I'd like you to tell us what is causing global climate change.
For the most part, it is a natural process. Here I will be contrary to what is publicly stated. It is true that humanity has accelerated that which is natural to what appears to be a non-natural state or condition. Better put, that which is the change in the climate comes not only from without, atop the earth where humanity dwells, but also from deep within the earth, from the very core, which now spins much more quickly, affecting then the axis of the earth as well, which also warms, and that warming extends outward toward the polarities, the northern pole, the southern pole, and this brings a warming to the surface, which is then met by the warming within the environment and the atmosphere, creating a reality or a time of change, global warming, climate change. It is natural for the earth to both warm and cool. There are great cycles of time in which this comes forth. These cycles number between 9,500 and 11,500 years or so. These are the great cycles. Humanity as part of the earth increases or decreases the years of these cycles by no more than 200 to 500 years. So it can either accelerate the change or decelerate the change, but it does not change nature itself. Humanity, being one of the kingdoms of the earth, is part of all that is natural. However, given that its consciousness also accelerates as part of evolution, it is indeed an impact to the earth. So here I will say to you, through no great fault of humanity, yes, the earth warms and change comes, a different time for all to recognize. Comes a greater moisture change to the air. Come different elements to the oceans and to the rains that come. All of the elements that are known to the earth now will have a slight variation. Even the content of the ash that is burned from the fire will be seen to be slightly different. So it is important to note humanity as part of the change, as both cause and effect, but not only one. It is important for humanity to relieve itself of its own processes of guilt, as it has been given the responsibility for this change. Now it will be able to create for itself a new undertaking for the world, a way to unfold for itself a new world, yes, with change, yes, with greater warmth. So it will become a catalyst for that and perhaps recognize the new resources that are available.
How important is it, Gaia, for our existence as humanity to care for the planet, to take care of the planet, to respect the planet, to not pollute and abuse, and to live in an unsustainable way?
It is important to live in balance. It is important to live in harmony. But you see, humanity does not yet even live in harmony with itself. It is not in harmony with its mind or with its heart. It is not in harmony with its own passions. It believes that it can control these still, and so they do not seem to be in balance. So first the harmony must come from within. There must be a trust for the self. There must be a trust for one's neighbor of their nearby home or their community, as well as the community across the shore. Then there can be an understanding of one's true environment. With that understanding comes then the new harmony of all of the senses, as well as all of the nutrients of the world, all of the kingdoms and the elements then. With a greater respect for self comes the respect for the elemental, comes the respect then for all that is the natural world.
You mentioned the word trust, Gaia. Is that one of the most important virtues for us as humanity to live by, to take a leap of faith and trust others? Is it trust? Is it compassion? Is it
If you
love?
like, it is a compassionate trust, but it is a trust in self. Humanity does not know what self is. It understands you. It understands me. It understands I. Not truly does it understand we. It does not truly yet understand a collective consciousness, and so instead it falls to the collective unconscious, the unconscious thoughts that create a reality that one is not certain of. That brings about mistrust. So there must be the trust in the self, that which is, that which knows. To each individual there is a knowing. There is a part of each one that knows and knows that it knows. That knowledge is accessible to all by all. It is the knowledge of the community. It is the knowledge that is needed to create the future.
Śpiewam za nimi, śpiewam za nimi.